Cars on the grid, ready for the GT Open of Germany, race 2 of the weekend at the Motorsport Arena at Oschersleben. Hello everybody. Well, after an exciting first round, it looks as though the Ferrari, the dominant force in the GTS category, the GTA category rather, the fastest category in this series, is unlikely to be troubled by either the Porsche or the Moser, which normally get in among the Italian cars. And here you can see the car that lines up 6th on the grid. Ferrari filling 9 of the top 10 places in yesterday's first encounter, the Pro-Am, such as their dominance with this 430 GT2 machine. The Anarim started from the very back of the grid yesterday and managed to work his way up towards into the top 10. Domingo Romero shares with Peter Sundberg. Their number 5 machine lines up there in 5th position on the grid. Porsche of Jochen Matthias and Richard Lietz, of a whole pack of them behind Michele Mastroianni and Andrea Montero in today's race. This category, which is essentially for FIA GT2 spec cars championship so far, only one teams winning, 4 of them in Porsches and 4 of them in Ferraris, and we have production type car, the challenge car. They're not helping themselves at all. No, that's absolutely right. And of course the chances are we'll be spending a lot of time watching the lead of the race, which will be in the GTA category. So it's Richard Lietz who leads them to the line. They get the green very early indeed to try and prevent major damage down into this first corner. Richard Lietz with the Ferrari of Johnny Mollem alongside, but Mollem's trying to defend from Michele Mastroianni. Lietz in the Porsche will lead, and Mollem's getting squeezed. Huge lock-up around the outside from Matteo Bobi, and Johnny Mollem comes out in 4th place. Now, he was saying before the races began at the weekend he'd be quite happy with a couple of 4ths here in Oschersleben, because the next race in the championship is Brands Hatch, and he's got a lot of personal sponsors going there, and they want to perform well in that car at Brands Hatch, and that will be best done with some good championship points here, but no success weight. Well, they finished 8th yesterday, so they got a couple of championship points, but no success weight, time rather, and if they can finish in the top, outside the top 3, but well up in the points, i.e. 4th or 5th, something like that, then he'll be very happy with the way the weekend has gone. So Mollem certainly will try and modulate his pace here. Oh, and that's the Sunred going backwards. And that car been hit 5 pit stops yesterday to try and sort out a problem that developed on race 1, lap 1, and it did not get sorted out, and it punted off the Sunred, that unique.
The Sunred had its own incident. Had its own incident, and unfortunately, when it was spinning across the front, the Moser have collected it and lost the nose. How long that will go around before it comes in for a new nose, I'm not too sure. I think it'll be on the radio, the guys in the pits, I'm pretty sure, when you see it this time going past and saying, look, you need to come in until we sort your car out. But here's the change. Down the inside goes Johnny. And
it was unfair. I don't think it was entirely unfair, but it was true. Spotting him. Michele Mastroianni second in the blue Ferrari. To make this easier, the leaders in a Porsche and in the Ferrari class, Mastroianni is second, Romero third, Mollem 4th, ahead of Romero now in circle. Well, Matteo Bobi particularly, actually, he spent a long time racing in the FIA GT Championships and knows this well. And is this Aguas? Yes, it is, behind Domingo Romero. That's Rui Aguas. Very quick Portuguese with a lot of single-seater experience behind him in his youth, and he's been spending a lot of time racing sports cars in the last 7 or 8 seasons. And Domingo Romero shares with Peter Sundberg, so he needs to get the move done now if he can, and he's having a look. Aguas chasing Domingo Romero.
A good decision very, very quickly indeed, but the rest of the cars now coming in for their changes.
And Sundberg getting into car number 5. And you also saw Stefano Livio coming in. So Domingo Romero out and Peter Sundberg straight in. He is the quicker of the two.
and it's always whenever you get the quicker driver, they will either do the longest into the beginning, or the slower driver will come in very. We don't actually know what the actual rule is.
Because they never tell us, because they never put anything on paper. There's Gianluca Roda in third and Peter Sundberg behind him in fourth. So this is a tough battle for third place here. Gianluca Roda in the Ferrari, Peter Sundberg in fourth place in the Ferrari. Max Busnelli incidentally is fifth ahead of Lucas Guerrero, because it was Jose Maria Perez the kart that started the Mosler and Guerrero who took over. Our race leader, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 there, David, so this is a close start to the second element of this race. Matthias Fretzer, then Roda Sundberg right together. Philip Pater was just coming into the shot in the background as well, if you hold it long enough, because he's only 7 seconds behind Sundberg.
That's right, in third place is Roda and Johnny Molam car. Now Johnny was telling us he would really like to finish fourth so he can lose the time that they've got, the time penalty. Already got a 10-second penalty, so that would move it up to 70 seconds instead of 60 seconds. Now he wanted to arrive at Brands Hatch with no penalty so that he could put on a really good show and win at Brands Hatch at the next week. Everything possible to try and keep the guy behind you if there's somebody wanting past.
Third place.
Change of place.
In fact, that's a change. Jocko Matthias then, leading Peter Sundberg now by 3.18. On the last lap it was 4 point something. 7 laps to go, including this one. And I think there's enough time for Sundberg to catch and pass, but it might be a real grandstand finish.
With a half guarantee that Sundberg will be right on the bumper. There
he is.
Right behind, there's a lot of space.
Max Busnelli went by him, so too did Philip Pater. Yes, he did tag the back of the Lamborghini. And the debris was from Philip Pater, or Damian Passini's car. Parked it off, that went off on its own water. So here's the battle for the lead then, going over the debris of Gianluca Roda's Ferrari. Now what a strange turn of events this race has produced. Matthias 130.8, Sundberg 132.3. Matthias is starting to pull away. The gap's now nearly 134.2, 133.3. The gap is just under 2 seconds, and that is yesterday's race winner, Andrea Montermini. Now,
he was getting excited to come out of that corner. He'll get it back into gear and get going again.
Is there fluid down there? Nobody else has found it. Incidentally, that car won yesterday, but because of that pit stop penalty they've had, it's down in 9th place. And before that looping spin, you check the other 3 corners, you might as well hit that one as well.
Oh, he's tried to. Ooh, ow!
Now, that marshal was lucky. There is something down there.
There was.
Oh my word!
Just missed.
He was an unlucky victim of debris on the corner.
I think so too. I think he was just made a slight movement to miss some debris. It just too much load on the car. The back started to spin and round it went. But look at all the debris there.
Red flag. Race is over. Red flag's out. That's it, too much debris. Eduardo Freitas has seen enough. Joel Matthias wins. Peter Sundberg will not catch him for second. Saw the red flag at the finish line there. Let's hope they did. Yes, I think they've slowed right down. Max Busnelli third, Philip Pater fourth, Damian Passini. Nobody
is. An awful lot of people down.
It is Richard Lietz who wins the race from Domingo Romero, which did not turn out to be Domingo Romero and Peter Sundberg, although given the full race distance they might have won it. What a dramatic end to a dramatic race.
Romero. Auf dem Ferrari und dann Johnny Molam, Gianluca Roda. Von Dr. Dieter Maybert, dem Präsidenten des AMC Diepholz, für die Zweitplatzierten Peter Sundberg und Domingo Romero und Joel Matthias und Richard Lietz werden wieder geehrt. Von Peter Humfrey nochmal die Gratulation und jetzt kommt noch der Champagner.